I got an audition in person. I have not gone into an audition room, a casting session, for 6 years plus. I'm like, do I even remember how to do this? I'm actually really freaking excited about this, mostly because I'm just not the same person that I was last I was doing that. I'm also in a different city now doing it. I'm no longer in Los Angeles, I'm in New York. So it's kind of gonna feel like legitimately living my dream. Normally, you go into the casting and you're sitting in the room with other girls that look exactly like you. And it used to like get my adrenaline going and make me really nervous and self-conscious, but I find myself genuinely excited to like go see other actors. I'm like, oh my God, you exist still. I almost feel like there's not as much pressure because I'm like, this is just what I do at home in a different setting. One of the other things that I am slightly nervous about is like at home, we can use props now, right? Even if they're out of frame and you don't see them on camera, they help us. I'm not gonna bring props to an audition. That feels weird. So today I'm gonna go over the audition material. I'm going to be working in my studio space here, blocking it as if I'm in the room for tomorrow to be able to like dip and jive with whatever might get thrown at me. It specifies in the script that she's wearing all black. So I've got a black blazer, a black camisole top, and these black pants. And then I also have a really cool pair of shoes to wear with this. They're a pair of Chloe wedge peep toe booties with French. But don't worry, I only paid $14.99 for them at Goodwill, where I found them. But we're gonna try this on, see how it feels. Okay, so I think that this jacket is like not the right proportion. I look like I'm in pajamas. It's not right. I think we need a cropped jacket. It's more fitted. Yes, that's way better. I like the Chloe's, but I don't think they're right. I think I need to go with the standard heel. So these pants look a bit frumpy right now because I realize I don't think they fit right. I think they need to fit like that. That hits the hip. This looks good. This is what makes me feel like a badass. Problem is there's no belt loop, so I can't wear a belt, and there's no time to get these tailored. I can pin it, which I don't think anyone would notice. The question is it gonna make me feel self-conscious? But I'm also wondering if I should try this jumpsuit that I have. Originally, I was thinking that this might be too feminine for this character, but there's something about it that I think works. Okay, some things to think about, which is interesting, because if I was doing a self-tape, you wouldn't see the pin at all. No one would notice, so I would know that and not be self-conscious. And with this, I could have other business to where I didn't need a jacket. So I have a choice to make. I'm probably going to enlist Kevin's opinion, but just curious, which one would you pick? Let's pretend we're in the room. We're not gonna have the paper, but what I could do is pull this out of my purse, because who cares? The ring will already be in it. Michelle, I think that works pretty good. Yeah, okay, great. Blocking works. I feel good about it. Day of. I am feeling less excited and much more anxious this morning. I definitely suffer from anxiety, and I hate it. It's the thing that puts me in my head more than anything. I think what I'm coming to understand is two things. Like, one, the anxiety comes from the buildup. So like once I'm on the train or like en route, I think it will subside. But the other thing that is way cooler that I think I've kind of learned about myself by now is subconsciously I've already started to do the work. So any day that I wake up and I know I have an audition, it's almost like my sense memory is on autopilot and I'm like prepping for the role. The mental state that I'm in isn't necessarily indicative of my personal mental state, but more or less like the mental state of the character that like I'm loading. Like I just feel like crying, and I think it's just character work, which I'm grateful for, because it's like I know I'll just be able to tap into it right away. I'm a very intellectual person, and I think the hardest part about acting for me is getting out of my head. It's a prison. It's like Alcatraz. There's no escape. All right, so we're all ready. And now it's time to go back. So I'm not gonna really take you in too many places because I want to focus on my audition. That's the building. I'm going in. I'm like an hour and a half early. We'll see if they take me early. Okay, I'm getting into character now. Goodbye. I'm done already. Let's talk about it out here. It felt so oddly nostalgic, which is really funny, like signing that sign-in sheet. I did the first scene and got an adjustment, which was don't play her so contentious, and this is why going in the room is better. So he gave me an adjustment to play her with like more love, which would give her more status. I have no idea if I hit that note outside of him just saying good adjustment. I was so focused on incorporating that into the scene that I wasn't like watching myself perform. And then I did the second scene and that was it. I don't feel like it's gonna go further. I'm pretty good at reading people, which is also why I like being in the room. If self-tapes have done anything, it's made me detach from the result, which I think is a gift. After my audition, I decided to pop into my agent's office to say hi to them, and then I popped into my acting class to say hi to everybody for a couple of seconds and watch a few scenes before heading home for the night. Here we are, the morning after. I have many thoughts. Doing all of these self-tapes, the thing that I have missed the most is collaboration, the ability to ask questions, get clarity, work with somebody, build a rapport. I really went into this audition with that being my priority. And in terms of that being the goal, I think it was completely accomplished. I think I've realized that like a self-tape is an audition, whereas an in-person audition is both an interview and an audition. People really want to see what you would be like to work with and what you would be like on set. And you just don't get that from a tape. Here's what I will say about self-tapes that I like. I like that it's normalized the not knowing. Sending your tape out and having no expectations about who's seeing it, where it's going, if it's going to go further, I think has been like a really great preparation for in person. I was able to let go, at least initially, way easier than I had in the past. Like the audition's done, nothing more I can do moving forward. Then hours later, old habits died hard. And I started kind of getting in my head, replaying everything, wondering if I did things right. And I think that that was just my nervous system trying to regain control over something that I didn't feel was in my control anymore. And that's where I do like self-tapes. But what I learned yesterday is sometimes you can feel really good about the wrong choice. I made a strong choice. Maybe that choice would get me to stand out. Maybe it's a choice that everybody else is doing and it's the predictable choice and it's not the interesting choice. And that's where being in person is much more beneficial because they can say, hey, I recognize you might be right for this character. You definitely have the acting chops. You're a little misdirected. Let's try it this way. And also, good job. You did do it that way and you're easily directable. Now I can see that because in person, that experience allows me to get that information. Also, like going into these specific kinds of casting offices, it's really inspiring. It can make you nervous because like the stakes are suddenly very high and very real. But I think that's kind of what lights a fire under your ass. Just like sitting at home, it can get stale very easily is what I think I'm saying. It was a great experience all in all. It makes me grateful for self-tapes in a way that perhaps I wasn't before. And it makes me super grateful for in-person auditions for what they provide that a self-tape doesn't.